Welcome to Jules FM, the place where passion meets purpose. I'm on a journey as a voiceover artist to voice an animated character in a big name film or cartoon. This podcast is not only designed to share that quest with you, but also to hopefully inspire and motivate you to find your dream and bring it into your life. So probably the number one rule of voiceovers is that when you show up, you need to have your voice exactly as it sounds on your demo or close to. It's kind of like acting. If you get an acting gig and they're looking for someone with blonde hair, blue eyes, and you get called for the job, and then you rock up on the day and you're sporting a new brunette look and maybe contact lenses with green eyes. It's not what they were expecting or what they're after. So I thought I'd record today, though, just kind of as a trial. I've had this horrible cold that kind of turned into a sinus infection, which meant that on my way back, I spent all last night coughing all through the night, unfortunately for my poor husband. And so consequently, my voice sounds the way it does, which means I couldn't turn up for a gig with this. And it's really hard to kind of go, well, what can I do? It's kind of, I guess, the one occupation where you're really dependent on having full health and full vocal health anyway. But years ago, when I first started doing voiceovers, I worked with a guy called Dylan Perry. Now, Dylan had a animation studio with his partner called Momentum, and this was where I first got my first taste of doing animation. So he had this fantastic little cartoon or little animation, really short little shots. It's called Petey and JD, and I will put these up on Instagram so you can see what we did back then. And I was one of the characters, JD, who in this animation series always dies. And it wasn't a lot of, there was no actual real identifiable words. It was lots of sounds and things, but it was so much fun. And I also did another show, I think it was called The Dragon Slayer, for them as well. It was kind of like a pilot. But anyway, as I said, this was my first real taste. Now, getting back into voiceovers, I decided to reach out to Dylan, knowing he's an animator, and we have reconnected, which is awesome. And I guess true to my form as well, he is still living his passion and he's working on a feature film. But he's also found just recently this amazing animation competition called Loop to Loop, and I had no idea. I know when I was back in the acting days, I was doing things like Trot Fest, which were short films, and they would give you something you had to include each year. So it might have been an umbrella, or it might have been a box of matches, whatever it was. Well, Loop to Loop is a little bit similar. Each time they give you a different kind of theme. And last month was Dylan's first entry into this, and consequently, which I'm very grateful for, mine as well, because he put together this fantastic little animation, and the theme or the topic was advertising. So he put together this or created this fantastic little animation, and I provided the vocals for it, which was so much fun. And I love it. And given where I'm heading, this is right up my alley. Anyway, this month, and he also got into the finals, I think, where he got to have it shown, and they have a meeting, like a night where all these animators come together who have entered the competition and made it to the finals, and they show them. It was in Brunswick. I couldn't go, but I'm hoping to go next month. Anyway, brings me to today's topic, which is we're doing another one. So this month it is magic, which is awesome. And Dylan has once again created this fantastic little animation and asked me to do the vocals, which is great. But I thought to myself, wow, what am I going to do now? Like, we have a timeline for this, and I'm not sure how much longer we've got. But sounding the way I do, I've kind of weighed it up, and I haven't spoken to Dylan yet, so he doesn't know my voice is sounding the way it is. But I'm wondering if maybe there's a little bit of versatility. This may be one of the only opportunities where I can use this voice, my voice the way it is now, and actually advantageously, or actually get to use it while it's in this state, because it'll also mean that, should we continue doing this, which hopefully we will, my voice is my voice, and I know he can tweak it and make it sound certain ways, but if I can do it today and it sounds a little bit different, it might give me a little bit longer longevity in here, more opportunities to use it down the track. Anyway, so that's the theory, and I'm hoping it will fly. So I'm going to record a couple for Dylan today, and I will also put this animation up on my Instagram as well, so you can see what it looks like, what we're working with, and I'll put last month's as well. And then I will record some voices, send them to Dylan, and keep my fingers crossed, see if he likes the husky voice or not. And the good thing is, I couldn't have done it yesterday because my sinuses were so jam-packed, and I would have been way too nasally. But hopefully today my nose is a little bit clearer, still a bit nasally, but hopefully now it's just this kind of gravelly voice might work. So we'll see. I will have a play, and I will keep you informed with how it goes. In fact, when you see the finished product, which I will put on my page, you might be able to recognize whether we went with my voice the way it is, or whether we had to wait a couple of days till I was back to squeaky clean. Anyway, stay tuned.